in Texas in the year 2000, with the purpose of setting aside a week during the school year where K through 12 teachers would focus on Americans' founding freedoms and teach the significance of the Declaration of Independence. It is no coincidence that the Maryland legislature chose this week, which includes Veterans Day. As a week to celebrate those freedoms, it is the men and women such as those sitting here today who have been willing to put their lives on the line in the defense of freedoms that you and I take for granted each day. At this time, however, please direct your attention to the screen.
Three teens were arrested today for defacing the Kensington Park War Memorial overnight. The destruction includes painted messages against the military and the war in the Middle East. The three teens were picked up in nearly 1 hour after evidence was left at the scene.
Grandpa, something wrong?
Some people sure have short memories, and those who are too young to know need to be taught. Come on, I want to show you guys something.
who fought freely. Veterans, if you are able, please stand and be recognized when your name is called and remain standing. Representing the United States Army, Captain Tara Larkin, Warrant Officer Gina Simonella, Sergeant First Class Stacy Gianella, Staff Sergeant Chris Ledman, Specialist Tommy DeLeonard, Sergeant First Class Raymond DeLeonard, Captain Kevin DeHaven, Sergeant Julie Bryson, Lieutenant Colonel Nicholas Larkin, Second Lieutenant Maya Rivenberg, Major Patrick Maher, Specialist Robert Reed, Sergeant First Class Missy Kennedy, Sergeant First Class Brian Milani, Sergeant First Class Ernest Henry Jr. Representing the United States Marine Corps, Gunnery Sergeant Clive Bailey, Gunnery Sergeant Eric Porter, Corporal Richard David, Corporal Richard Davis, Private First Class Ralph Smith, Staff Sergeant Darrell Golden, 4-Star General Michael Williams, Sergeant Marcus Cook. Representing the United States Navy, Captain Matthew Hawkins, Petty Officer Second Class Kelly Williams, Lieutenant Chrissy Kipp, Petty Officer Third Class Javier Gomez Jr., Petty Officer Second Class Kelly Wilson, Lieutenant Duckworth Hickenbottom, Petty Officer First Class John de Guzman, Petty Officer Third Class Gerald Wong, Petty Officer Third Class Robert Carlin, Captain Lawrence Keller, Fireman Walter Colley, Petty Officer Second Class Joel Colley, Rear Admiral Robert Riley, and Robert Riley is also being accompanied by Chief Petty Officer Penny, the Irish Doodle. Representing the United States Air Force, Tech Sergeant Brian Duenas, Master Sergeant Walter Wilson Jr., Senior, Master Sergeant Jason Tober, Brigadier General Thomas James, Senior Master Sergeant Bruce Bitting, Special Agent Charles Johnson, Sergeant Elizabeth Johnson. Representing the United States Coast Guard, Senior Chief Michael Smith, Seaman Maria Smith, Senior Chief Petty Officer Jason Hermes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my fellow cadets and students of La Plata High School, I salute you. You may be seated. Now, allow me to introduce you Lieutenant Junior Grade Alexis Powell.
Good morning. I am Cadet Lieutenant Junior Grade Alexis Powell, Operations Officer of the La Plata High School NJROTC. As you entered the auditorium this morning, you may have noticed a small table in a place of honor. It is set for one. This table is our way of symbolizing the fact that members of our profession of arms are missing from our midst. They are commonly called POWs or MIAs. We call them brothers. They are unable to be with us this morning, and so we remember them. The table is set for one, symbolizing the reality of one's prisoner alone against his oppressors. Remember, the tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. Remember, the single red rose displayed in a vase reminds us of the families and loved ones of our comrades in arms who keep the faith awaiting their return. Remember, the red ribbon tied so prominently on the vase is reminiscent of the red ribbon worn on the lapel and breast of thousands who bear witness to their unyielding determination to demand the proper accounting of our missing. Remember, the candle. The candle is lit, symbolizing the upward reach of their unconquerable spirit. Remember, the slice of lemon is on the bread plate to remind us of their bitter fate. Remember, there is salt upon the bread plate, symbolic of this family's fears as they wait. Remember, the chair is empty. They are not here. Remember, all of you who served with them and called them comrades, who depended upon their might and aid and relied upon them, for surely they have not forsaken you. Remember, until the day they come home, remember.
Today, we are honored to host our guest speaker. At this time, it is my sincere pleasure to introduce to you Brigadier General Thomas J. James. Brigadier General James entered the Air Force through the Virginia Tech Reserve Officer Training Corps program, while also earning his bachelor's degree in political science and Air Force commission. His operational and staff assignments included two tours at the Air Staff Headquarters, Pentagon, Washington, D.C., and the Headquarters Air Mobility Command, Scotts Air Force Base on the AMC staff, 618th, 613th, and 609th AOCs. Brigadier General Thomas James is the Mobilization Assistant to the J5, Director of Strategical Planning and Policies. He advises the Director in U.S. NDOPACOM's efforts to shape and maintain regional security through operational plans and development of diplomatic, economic, and military policies. Prior to his current assignment, he served as the Commander, 201 Air Hawaii, providing mission-ready warfighters to the JFACs and the 613th Air Operations Center for Full Spectrum, the multi-domain airspace and cyber power operations. In addition, he served as the Deputy Commander, Joint Task Force through COVID-19. His responsibilities for the Joint Task Force included leading 1,300 personnel, providing civil support to Hawaii, including medical testing and mapping, contact tracing, air screening, food distribution, security, airlift missions, and logistical support to disperse joint task forces. Brigadier General James was awarded the Defense Superior Service Medal, the South Asia Service Medal, and the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. He is also the proud father of former NJROTC cadet Jacob James, who is now serving in the United States Air Force. Please welcome Brigadier General Thomas J. James.
Good morning to everybody. Thank you so much for having me. Good morning, Principal Dolan, distinguished guests, Admiral Riley. I heard there was a general in the audience too, so General, and I'll talk to you later about that. And Director of CTE, Rebecca Grant. Distinguished guests, fellow veterans, and students. So I was told by Gunny to limit it to 45 minutes to an hour of speech. Timing, I should be less than 10 minutes. You never want to be that person between you and food, right? So I was also told when you give a speech or a talk to be brief, be bold, and be on. So I'll try to do so today. So I want to thank you for the honor to stand here before you today on this very special occasion. My 33 years of service, 21 years active duty Air Force, and 12 years then again in the Air National Guard, flew by in an instant. But today is a very special occasion. We gather to honor the men and women who have selflessly served our country in the military. Today we honor Veterans Day. It's more than just a holiday and a day off on the 11th. Its purpose and what it means, to me, is a time to reflect, to remember, and to give thanks. I'm particularly proud to be here, not only as a member of this wonderful La Plata community, but also as a parent of two former La Plata high school students. And as mentioned before, my sons Thomas and Jacob. Jacob's also in the military and is now a fellow veteran. He is active duty Air Force. And I'm sure many of you can relate to the deep pride we feel as parents when we watch our children grow, thrive, and contribute to the community. But on this day, my thoughts turn to another group of individuals who have also made an enormous contribution to the fabric of our country, the veterans. So once again, you join me. Please stand, all veterans, and let's give them another round of applause. Thank you, and thank you for your service. To the veterans who are here with us today, I want to begin by offering the deepest and most sincere thank you. Thank you for your courage, your service, your sacrifice. You volunteered to put your lives on the line, be away from your families during holidays, to defend the freedoms that many of us take for granted, and to serve a greater cause than yourselves. There's a saying that freedom is not free, and those words hold profound meaning, especially as we reflect on the tremendous dedication that comes with military service. You saw a little bit in that video clip with that World War II veteran. Whether you served on the front lines, provided crucial support, or contributed in any number of ways, you made a choice to stand for something much larger than yourself. And for that, we as a community and nation are forever grateful. Your service is a testament to your character, to your resilience, and to your unwavering commitment to the principles that make this country great. But as we reflect on that service, let us not forget the sacrifices that go beyond just the individuals in uniform. Beyond every veteran is a family, a spouse, children, parents, brothers, sisters, friends, people who supported them, who worried about them, who waited for them to come home, who celebrated their return, and who provided the strength to help them through the challenges of military life. So today, I'd like to also honor and thank the families of veterans. It is important to recognize the sacrifices that they have made as well. You two have shown incredible strength, and your love and support has been a crucial part of their journey. Please stand if you are a family member of the veteran. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for your support and for supporting your veterans. As a parent myself, I know how much it means to have a strong support system. Whether it's the unheralded strength of a spouse, holding things together at home, or the children who grow up with a parent's absence, but with the knowledge that their parent is serving the greater good. Our veterans' families carry a unique weight, one that's not often visible to the outside world. They endured the long separations, the uncertainty, the stress, and yet they do it with grace and pride. For that, we thank you. I didn't know that my wife worried about me when I was downrange in IED and Syria and Iraq. I was just flying and having a good time. But when I came home, I got an earful on that because I just thought I was having fun. She was worried. So we thank you for your loving support. As a community, we have a responsibility to ensure that our veterans and their families are supported not just today, but every day. This is not just about thanking our veterans one day a year. It is about making sure they know and feel that we have their backs through every transition, every challenge, and every triumph they experience. The lessons our veterans and their families teach us are invaluable. Lessons of resilience, sacrifice, duty, honor, and so much more. And as a school community, we have the opportunity to pass these lessons on to the next generation. We can teach our students not only about history and courage, but also about service to others and about living lives with purpose and integrity. To our students here today, take a moment to reflect on the legacy of those who came before you. Learn from the examples set by the men and women who served, and consider how you can contribute to your community, whether through military service, volunteering, or in any other innumerable ways. Be bold. Veterans are not only those who wore the uniform, but they still wear the uniform and are those individuals who stand up for their neighbors, who protect the vulnerable, and who work tirelessly for the common good. There are countless ways to serve, and all of them make a difference. Before I close, I want to thank Donnie Bailey and acknowledge the tremendous work done by the faculty and staff of La Plata High School. Thank you for supporting our veterans and helping to create an environment where we can honor and learn from their sacrifices. To the veterans here today, we salute you. To their families, we thank you. And to the students, let today be a reminder of the power of service and the legacy of sacrifice and strength that our veterans and their families have given to this nation. Thank you so much for having me. I think that's well under my 45-minute limit right now. And may we all continue to honor those veterans, not just today, but every day. God bless America, and God bless all who have served. Thank you.